we're the Crimson Fujoshis for now.
The Crimson Fujoshis.
We're here to let you know all about the BLs, the DLs, and the trope.
The shonen eyes, the queer baiting,
all of it. So me and my sister, we've channeled into the reporting scene, but to the yaoi side now.
Okay.
Here at the CrimsonMonastery, we like to give you girls all angles. So, as you may know, let me give you a little history about me, a little degree and status. So I've seen almost every yaoi produced into an anime. A short or an OVA.
Yep.
I've read most of them. I've read doujinshis. All of them. And for me, what got me into this was, I'm such a basic girl, but Sasuke and Naruto. Oh, they led me into the scene.
I mean, honestly, they gave us enough kiss scenes
from the beginning. I saw them kiss and I was like, it's real.
It's a wrap.
It's real. It's real.
Rap.
So,
Sakura who?
So for me, I personally, that's how I got into it. And then with you and with another friend, we started getting into the Thai BL.
Yes, because I had a prejudice against live action anything. But same thing, I started in the same boat of, seeing all things that were produced.
Yaoi couple that you were like, ooh.
He ain't Kurama.
Come on, the girls.
The girls. If you've seen Yu Yu Hakusho, those bitches show up together all the time. So, but there was something I was going to say. We're
listening to okay, what are your criteria for being one of the judges right now? We're gonna.
Oh Lord!
But you have somebody because
here's the thing, and I know this probably someone might have an opinion TM.
And the cursed videos you've seen.
The cursed videos, the trilogy that shall not be named.
Boku no Man Bam.
Boku no Man Bam. But for me, it's like I could watch any anime, and yes, it ends up being mostly very queer-ish, but I can look at characters that are not canonically together and be like, I can see them being together. I like your dynamic. Y'all could be together. You two can be together. Or multi-ship. I'm just one of those.
So basically, we're here, the judges are here.
I see it.
We're here first, so this is the establishing episode. We have to let you guys know where we come from and how we're gonna tear apart some of these series, some of these couples, some of these things. Girl. Now, not to say, because let me tell you girls something. We both come from the Tumblr world, so you bitches, I don't want to hear nothing about, but I don't ship. We do not.
I don't give a fuck.
We will read y'all to death. Don't do it.
Y'all do all this all night long.
We are also some of y'all, and we're strong about our stance. She and I have already disagreed on who Grimjaw's with. So.
I'll sync with my shit.
So the first thing I kind of want to touch on, since we're gonna the whole setting of yaoi. First of all, the trope.
I'm sorry, I just realized, not us talking about Grimjaw when it's our dynamics for who we ship Grimjaw with is the same. We just like him being bullied.
It's kind of true, but to be honest,
anyway,
Grimjaw fits in one of these tropes because when I was discussing with you, so let's talk about the tropes, meaning some things that we've talked about the problem, the top and the bottom role.
Oh my god.
You girls, so let's be honest. We're talking to you real.
The semes and the ukes and all that shit. Oh my god.
So there is virtually no verse representation.
At all. And it's they completely miss the whole power dynamic of okay, we're both very much a certain energy and apparently they want to force the husband and wife role on everybody.
Heteronormative standards.
Yeah, what the shit is that?
However, I don't want you girls to get it twisted.
Listen, all I know is that the character that they're really pushing to be the top in this, I love when it's flipped around where it's just
okay,
get fucked.
No, ma'am, sing altos, no, ma'am.
So for me, oh my god, you're a real true chaotic. So for me, I'm okay with the classics, and listen, you gotta have your Naruto to your Sasuke. Some people believe that Narusasu is a thing, but that's cursed, so we don't stand y'all. But I'm from the old school, bitch.
So she's a Sasunaru.
The only thing. I don't know why. And here's the thing. Don't get it twisted. I've delved into the internet. I've seen Miss Uchiha Sasuke get rounded and pounded and all the things. But I still do not see it for her And like, just like when people used to ship Gaara and Lee, I used to be like, I'm sorry, I don't see Lee destroying Gaara like that.
Well, for me, it's more, yeah, plus it's like, girl, you dumb.
First of all, the tension. So we talk about the tropes. The main one I feel like was the top and the bottom, and like sometimes it gets a little predictable when the character is a little taller. I'm already like, work.
You're 5 foot nothing. You're the bottom. You're 7 foot tall.
So we will be critical. Just to let you know, we will see
anatomy.
The anatomy has changed a bit too, but that's more specific with the yaoi because apparently, like, it was like women drawing it for.
It's usually the women that were drawing all of these things.
Which work, How do you feel about that though?
Well,
like
women,
it's not technically they're technically writing for a different demographic. I low-key live for it because it gives us representation.
I feel like everyone is able to write and create whatever the fuck they want.
Right.
And sure, from their perspective, certain things might be not as accurate, but point out all the men that are deciding to do this.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And it's like, if you want, and I think that, like, if you're gonna, as for me, if you're going to complain about, like, well, men should do this, okay, well, why don't you be the change that you want to see in the world? You know what I mean?
That's also reasonable.
You can't force, like, for instance, the creator of One Piece, like, you can't yell at him and be like, I love your art style, you should be drawing yaoi, and it's like, he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Like,
he already has a different demographic, which actually hits us with this next bullet point that I want to hit up. Storylines. Sometimes storylines are real predictable. If I see a mean auntie, I see she's about to destroy you. I see she's about to tell your mama. And
no, let's talk about the college student, businessman, or the fucking, like, the bully and, like, the new transfer student or whatever.
Any dynamic where it's a family member, I'm already like, oh, so this is where this is going again. We get it. Boy. Like, is that the only experience that gay people are allowed to have? Having an abusive family member that doesn't accept your lifestyle?
Whoa.
Like,
disowned from the whole family, dishonor on your ancestors, dishonor on your cow.
But these bitches, these evil hoes, usually do bring up one of the greatest things about these yaois and these BLs is the manaus, which is the allies.
The manaus. We love the allies because the allies.
We love the flag hags.
The allies really be coming through. I appreciate even to, like, let's say it's like in a yaoi where it's like, okay, remember Gravitation? It's like, girl, we all know everybody in there was gay, but the ones that weren't, it was just like, go, sister! Like,
but at the same time, I need to spank y'all writers on the hand because, just because now there's a family of 58 boys, so 57 of the boys are gay.
That's the family. That's the community.
But I'm like, okay.
Anyway,
we all need to have our little fantasies, and then another type of thing. We have the manaus, which are the allies, and then the love rivals. Or the enemies.
Where it's just like, honestly, does the enemy even really care about the protagonist or the whoever?
It's usually those bitches
I just want you because I don't want the other person to have you.
It's usually those bitches that come out for the top and they're like, you have to like me because I'm the cutest girl ever. And they look at her and they're just like,
your breath stank.
Like, who are you? Like,
do you remember,
Charlotte,
the stupid girl.
Miss Chon said, bitch, I don't know who the fuck you think you are. Not in my house.
He threw water right back on that bitch.
So you see, we need more Charlotte out there because Charlotte was such a good series. But okay, so this is more, instead of the yaoi ones, the drama, the BLs, the Thai BLs, and the Japanese and all the BLs. You girls and these soundtracks.
No,
girl.
Let's rewind.
Girl,
it's that wardrobe for me. What is Japan's obsession with these wigs? These Kingdom Hearts cosplay wigs.
I sure did because my sister we started with the Thai girls and I was like, I wonder if these other girls do it. The Japanese ones are terrible.
Because I visited down that road when I was really heavy into like all of like those series, like the yaois and stuff, and I was like, let me see if Japan has any like live action. No, y'all are too scared to even hold hands. Which, listen, I know it's another country, it's another place, it's another time, and I'm sitting over here in the Western Hemisphere where we have all these free liberties and blah, 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 but it's like, come on. Y'all want to create Boku no Man Pam, but don't want to hold hands?
Like, my main grievances with, sometimes the wigs take me out. I'm like,
oh my God, and they're not styled.
Roxas.
Sasuke,
wig.
the fucking chicken butt-looking hairstyle.
The Thai girls do have it together because
yes, they do.
They use kind of like the tropes and this, but implements it into real world scenarios. However,
I will say though,
sometimes
the Thai girls are a little tired sometimes. Yeah. Like, I'm tired of being in school.
Everybody getting their ass whooped today. Everybody over in that party is getting their ass whooped today.
You know what I mean?
If you are not a medical student,
you're an engineer. If the engineers are bullies. Fuck it, I'm looking at you, Soltis.
What the fuck is going on in here on this day?
Oh my god, GMMTV, a girl.
GMMTV.
We hope y'all get back up soon and we know y'all get hacked. Good prayers out to y'all. But yeah, basically, like, those are a few of the few grievances. Like, so, like, on the upcoming series, we're gonna let you girls know, like, how we feel about them, and if, like, I mean, we're gonna read a whole bunch of them because all of them have their, like, moments where it's like, what is this? Like, what is going on?
Yeah, and it's like, okay, the storylines, some of them I will say are like, oh my gosh, like the boohoo cry, like until we meet again, seeing that I boohoo cried the first time. But then after a while you start seeing like, okay girl, I can just predict like it's a serious moment, the violins are going in, and then it's just like, oh just kidding, and then it's back to the do 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 fucking music, and it's just happy again. Like, it's becoming very predictable, especially the ones that are like, we're in school. The only one that really had the dramatics and the theatrics were really Tharn Type.
Tharn Type. Oh my god.
One? Tharn Type spoiled everybody.
Everything. So yeah, so basically for the future, you girls need to know that we are not going to be any type of lenient with y'all. And this is like the harshest critique show ever. So
because here's the thing, let's also call it for what it is. A lot of these things did not age well. Like,
oh yeah,
at all. Like, none of them.
Well, they still debate the husband and wife dynamics.
They still debate that today, but I'm even talking about just plot wise and like some of the things. Like, let's talk about your favorite Okane Ganai.
Oh my god, that was so problematic. Not you being an 18-year-old prostitute,
right? Like, hello.
Yeah, and then not you falling in love because this one doesn't have enough like brain capability and emotional awareness to get you together.
Also, a lot of the ones that are kind of problematic are like the ones that are just like, okay, let's a little questionable.
It's like
is the shonen ai ones with Black Butler. We talking about these children.
My main problem is when like I own you.
Electric chair.
I want to eat you.
You don't. Because that goes back to a darker time. Like, I get where they think Loveless. It's cute for like. Please do not get me started. I will read Loveless down to death, bitch. I didn't like Loveless at all because it was the idea of the boys. The little boys had virgin cat ears, so I was like, no. I don't like this. It was just
very much like, and Loveless, like they really made the anime like it was this cute like thing until like, I'm just here because your brother sent me here to take care of you and blah blah. But it's just like, girl, you're getting a little too chummy.
Some of these anime students, like the age differences be like, oh yeah, she's 18 but she looks like she's 6, and then this 23.
This bitch is 14 and I'm just now graduating college. Like what is that?
Electric chair.
No.
So it does become a little questionable.
You know, I'm glad that we stopped making the manga. I'm glad that she moved on to another series.
Like, good for her. Honestly.
Let's just lay that to rest.
So what should we end this with? We should let the girl. We're gonna let the girls. So we're gonna give them reviews. We're gonna give them critique. We're gonna look at all the things that these animes and these things provide us.
But on the same vein, we're gonna talk about the good, because even though some things were kind of like baity and like a certain thing. It was still nice. It still ends on a positive note a little bit, I think.
Yes, because I'm also a hypocrite because some of them will play these roles up and I'll be like, I live for them.
Like, I know people feel a type of way about Yuri on Ice, for example, but I loved Yuri on Ice. I was like,
it was nice. I didn't
y'all
hate
are
it.
in love.
Right, but that one was a baiting one because it was nothing specifically, right?
I don't care.
That's just like Free. Girl, I watch Free like a yaoi.
Okay, yes, but pause Free, because Free didn't sit here and be like, I'm going to dedicate my blah, 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 I'm going to win this for you, blah, blah. No. They were like, I just want to swim. Oh my god, Haru, you almost drowned. Gotta save you. No, Yuri on Ice, at least, Yuri was just like, hey, so here are these 2 ring bands, and we're conveniently at a church, and
I know, it was
these rings are going to represent the gold that I'm going to win for you. Bitch, they're married. Like, you can't convince me otherwise.
So as you can tell, we're going to have strong opinions. So you girls better be ready to debate us because we're ready. We're ready to let you girls have it.
Also, if there's any that we talk about that somehow we missed a couple gems that we haven't seen,
let us know.
You let us know.
Because, listen, we're down
I'm going to tell you why it's bad.
Because I think I've seen almost all of them. And listen, some of them are bad. Some of them are bad. So, yeah, with that, get ready. We coming, bitch.